I'm just going to go for it. I mean, I haven't planned this one, or I just thought I'd do it as an experiment. I just hello, doing my I don't know if it'll be my last one before Christmas, but my blogs on autism and sometimes about my books, but not this time. Yeah, I just thought, because it's Christmas coming up and the festive season, I just thought I would waffle probably about how people find Christmas, and it's just birthdays as well, and it's a lot of things, I think, for somebody autistic to deal with, really. And as a child, I loved Christmas, and I loved all the magic and the stockings and everything else, and the carols and the tree, and and all the magic, as a lot of children do. Probably most children had a good Christmas, but and I do still like it. I do like being with my family, and I'm very lucky to have a big family. I spend Christmas Day with just a small amount, and I like the build up and the solstice and everything else, but it really stresses me as well, and it stresses me more and more. I don't know how I ever used to do all my Christmas shopping in December, which I used to, but now I begin, sort of in the summer, well, about sometimes, collecting things all year, and I used to think people were crazy doing that, but and I try and scale it down, and because it's not about presents necessarily, it's about being together with people and remembering people, and and it's about a winter festival in the winter, isn't it? So that a way of cheering cheering ourselves up when the evenings are dark and the mornings are dark and the days are short, but but I was just thinking about the autism side of it, the sensory overload, lights flashing. I can't be doing with that. And now, I mean, especially now, they lead to migraines. I don't mind these lights, but if they look as if they're flickering, but they're not on the screen. They look, but when I see flashing lights, and I can't be doing with that. And if I've got a migraine, I have to turn them all off, which is a shame, because I do like gentle festive lights. And things like, I mean, God, Christmas parties, I don't think I've been to one of those for years, and I hardly ever did anyway, but that's all sensory overload, the anxiety, having to socialise with people, but planning, I think going back to the planning of the shopping, planning what to buy for who and all this sort of thing, I find that so I need to, and it takes me longer and longer, and I need that time, and I'm okay if I can do that. And birthdays as well, I just I have this sort of conflicting feeling about birthdays. Obviously one likes to be remembered and to do something special, but then when the birthday comes, I actually feel, I can't wait for it to be over. It's really, I don't know if other people feel like that, but yeah, I do. And my sister feels the same. She's also late diagnosed like me, and we just as the day goes on our birthdays, we sort of feel more relaxed as it's kind of getting to 4 o'clock. It's like the evening's nearly here, and I don't have to, it's like the day before you start sort of stressing. You want it all to be right, and and am I going to get a migraine? And then you get one, and oh dear, so and what else? I've had to write some notes because I just can't. I wanted to be able to pause on these while I'm making the video, but I don't want to be stitching it together and cutting bits out. So I usually write them down, which is why they might flow better. But I was just thinking about ADHD. Now I wondered, because so many people have autism and ADHD, and I wondered which I do as well, and I just wondered if the executive skills kind of problems which you have with ADHD lead to sensory overload and burnout, because if you think about it, if you haven't got those things, you don't have the proper filters, and you don't know when too much is too much, sort of thing, and when enough is too much. And so then you burn out. And yeah, so rather than, I was thinking of, rather than I don't know what I was thinking, but I was thinking one might, normally again, I can't think, I need to sit and stop and write down the process of my thought. That's it with it. You need time to think things through. And so if I think, I never could think on the hoof. And that's why I'm waffling, because if I write it down, I can think about it, can see, does this make sense? But it was something to do with ADHD and the executive skills dysfunction leading to sensory. But I was thinking maybe that it's that way round rather than the other way round, and I need to stop and think what the other way round was, because again the anxiety kicks in. I think, help, I'm recording this, and I'm going to suddenly stumble, and my mind's going to go blank. I haven't got time to think, so I need to think in advance. Anyway, I've waffled on. I've gone all right off Christmas. So anyway, I may do one before, but I may read a bit from Little Guide to and hit the Christmas section. But for now, I'll just wish everybody happy festivities, happy winter solstice, which is coming up this year. I can't remember if it's 21st or 22nd, but the evenings have started getting lighter already. They start getting lighter before the mornings do. So they start, where I live in South Devon, they started getting lighter on yesterday the 16th by a minute, and they stay, but because the weather's been so dark, it was lovely and sunny before, and so at this time of year the sun makes all the difference to the lightness of the evenings. But I'm so thankful that we have had some lovely sunny days, at least down here, before leading up to the solstice, because that makes such a wonderful difference. Anyway, bye for now. Bye.